This is my project, which had a goal to find out patterns of how people buy furniture. As a furniture person, being in the furniture industry for a while, I know that for the normal public, for the general public, there are only a few places where you can buy store, or at least that's what they are aware of. But in reality, the furniture market and the furniture industry is so big and large that there are plentiful of good manufacturers or retailers that the general public is not aware of, simply because furniture is not an item where you can show off your status, similar to cars or handbags. Furniture items usually stay in your house, and it's not that often that people see them apart from you. Hence, I believe that the furniture brands are not general public is not so familiar with most of the furniture brands. However, the ones that are spending large budgets on marketing are the first go-to place when people start thinking of buying furniture, and those are companies like Made.com, House. Of course, everyone knows IKEA. Pinterest is used for inspiration. My study showed that it's one of the first places people go to, and recently Wayfair, where you can find budget furniture, almost any style, but predominantly mass market items. So my question when I started the project, my problem definition was: where do you start your furniture shopping and how do you go about buying furniture? Where do you go first? What are the steps, and how do you make a decision? How do you know which company to trust or not? And where do you actually buy? And what is the journey of the user? So the things that we wanted to understand is whether owning a house or renting a house makes difference in the decision. When was the last time that people bought furniture, and what was their process and experience? What were the key important things for them, and how do they decide to trust the brand or the product? So whether they have also any fears or regrets during the process or after purchasing the furniture. So we wanted to find out who is the decision maker as well. As I said, all the steps, and what was the most important that triggered the decision to actually commit of buying a single piece of furniture, and if there are any exceptions. So one of the problem statements that we had was furniture buyers need a way to find quickly all furniture brands which sell models within their price bracket and style preferences, because otherwise they get discouraged at the point of research, receive a bad shopping experience like Made.com, or always end up going to IKEA. So that was one of the problems that I defined. And my second statement was furniture e-commerce sites need a way to quickly direct buyers to furniture range within their price bracket and style preferences, because otherwise they will get confused and end up buying from IKEA, which is slightly different. So the hypothesis was we believe that by having an easy to navigate furniture directory which lists all brands and e-commerce sites, the user will be better informed on where to start his or her journey furniture shopping experience. The question is how might we help the end user buy a sofa that suits her needs? So I defined quite a few personas along the way. And the first persona type is basically young couples who cannot justify spending money on furniture. They're not very picky, and most of the belongings they have are from IKEA. So they require some convincing, and they have no idea what quality furniture means and why some furniture is much more expensive than the normal high street furniture. The second persona is a single freelancer or single person who lives on his own. He's renting and he's using temporary furniture and is not the ideal customer of the business. The third persona is a housewife, so married women, mid-age, between 35 and 55, and they have nice house, probably recently renovated. They want to use it as a show house, and they're proud of what they have achieved with the renovation, and they want to invite friends for visits or sleepovers, and have parties, and they actually want to have a part of the laundry. They want to own part of the laundry luxury. The third, the fourth persona is actually working professionals. They're very picky. They're very particular with what they want in their life. So they want something that is really unique, something that is a design statement, something that no one else has, and it's very well crafted. So they're proud of their choices, and these are the ideal candidates, just like the persona before. And then there's the professional design-oriented guy, who actually not the utilitarian guy, who has a detailed brief. They know exactly what they want, and they want to find it quickly. And they're not too fussy about the style. They want more cozy environments, and they want smart designs, and they know exactly how it looks, so they're looking for particular item. As I started the interviews of people and asking them about their shopping experience, I quickly realized there are two types of users. The first ones are the ones that know exactly what they want, so they go and look for it specifically. And the other ones who have no idea, so they need some time to get inspiration, do some research, and then they become overwhelmed at some point with the abundant choices of furniture, and they shortly give up and probably buy instantaneously because they want to end up the process. What we found through the user interviews is that people always want to find ways to trust the brand or the product that they're buying from, and they achieve that through reading a lot of blogs or reviews of the companies. And one thing became apparent, that they want to go and see the furniture before they buy it. Some of them were keen on buying furniture online as long as they can return it fairly quickly and free of charge. And they wanted to make sure that the furniture they're buying meets their very specific requirements. Say, for example, if it's a sofa bed, it has storage, it has to have certain size, and they were very particular with that. So they trust major brands like John Lewis, established retailers, and the small retailers that they have no idea or they haven't heard of before. They do a thorough research of user reviews and product ratings. In major cases, women are the decision makers. Men were mostly concerned about the quality, and they were involved at the very last stage of the process. And the user motivation was everyday living necessity. They did not have where to sleep after moving in, so they were pressed in buying it. That's why they decided to make a purchase. And they wanted to optimize their space. And some of them actually, after the shopping experience, they started to believe that they're very good interior designers, and they can do more renovations because they made a smart choice. So after the process, they're quite satisfied. But in overall, one thing became apparent and common amongst all buyers, that once they have the short list of products, they try to go and see them and sit them and test them. If it's stable, they want to lift it, make sure that it's solid, it's not flimsy. If it's a sofa, they want to make sure it's a comfortable one. And they always go and visit a store. So redefining the problem, Quality concerns, comfort concerns, items. They want to make sure that users want to make sure that the items on display when they go to the store. So that was one interesting point. And they want to make sure that it's within their price bracket, so it's not too expensive. Defining the problem has changed slightly. So concerns about the quality, got to visit the store, see and test the furniture. Concerns about the comfort, can't find everything in the store, or they're overwhelmed by choice. So more clear, more tailored research will be very beneficial. Defining the problem again. Young users who are renting need a way to spend less on furniture because they won't use it very long. People who know what they want need a way to get it quickly because they want to save time. Sofa brands need a way to communicate the sofa quality and comfort online because users want to get feel for it. See all options buyers need a way to restrict their choice because they may end up more confused and not buying at all. Users with specific requirements need a way to access niche choices because they are looking for the extraordinary, so something like Etsy. Careless furniture buyers need a way to purchase quickly because they want to save time and money. And furniture showrooms need a way to display what has been requested because they face losing footfall. Or also to inform people what's on display because they want to gain the client's trust. Some of the competitors that I identified, I picked a very wide range of competitors focusing on different areas. So one of them was House and Pinterest, which is a place where people start their inspirational research when they don't know what they want. They want to see lots of images, lots of interiors, lots of products, and decide on the best one for them. Google Maps is another competitor because it's listing furniture stores and you can do some search, but it's not very comprehensive. Made.com and Wayfair are the people that are spending a lot of money on advertisements, and they're very strong. They have a very strong online presence, and they are common names, so people are aware of those names. They're not direct manufacturers, they're just resellers. Actually, Made.com manufactures directly from the factories and sells in batches, whereas Wayfair is just a marketplace listing products from other brands, and it's a mass market. Started in America, now it's in UK and growing fast. Kamrish and DFS, these are physical stores with very strong presence. Kamrish is a smaller one, DFS is massive software retailer. Just wanted to see what the difference is and how they play on the market. And John Lewis is a very established retailer selling absolutely everything, so people trust the brand and trust the name, and they're more keen on buying from John Lewis if they don't have time to research, because they know that John Lewis will have made a good choice for them and will offer them quality products. So looking at the home pages, as you can see, they're very, very different from one another. So Wayfair is emphasizing on discount shopping, so they run promotions and off prices off the regular price all the way on the home page and through the website. Made.com, they're more design oriented, so they have competitions from designers, and the winning competitions get made and produced and promoted through the website. So their homepage was more about comfort and feeling really proud of the designs, and they were promoting a lot of new designs on the homepage. John Lewis is probably the most stylish website and very consistent all the way through. So you can see that every single picture has been carefully selected, the typefaces, the colors. The website looks almost like a completed interior design, so it gives a very natural and pleasant feeling of shopping and browsing through the website. It feels almost like you are in your future home. Very consistent message, very, very strong branding is what I found out. Camrish, they were more emotional, very design oriented, modern styles. They basically produce in China and try to offer similar styles as the Italian brands, but at a very, very low cost. Still not very cheap, but mid-market. And they emphasize on passion and emotion, so they want to communicate the feeling that you get with their furniture. Pinterest, visual inspiration, a lot of choices. Some of them you cannot buy, some of them you can. It's difficult to find the manufacturers on some of the images, and you can get lost on the website just browsing and getting more suggestions of similar items, but overall ideal for inspiration and getting good results. Google Maps, you can search on the map for furniture showrooms, but it's giving very random results. So it could be a showroom, could be a repair shop, could be a leasing company of furniture, could be something completely irrelevant, people that have paid ads. And the thing is that you don't get very accurate results. What you cannot filter them, and you only get a few. Then you need to zoom in to get more, and it's not extended list. It's just few items on the map per location, and then you need to basically, if the company has done a good job on their listings, you'll probably find them, but not all the brands show. Probably very, very little. Probably 10%, 15% of the brands have good visibility on Google Maps. So feature comparison matrix, you can see more in the presentation, but it's generally what I described: layout, UI pattern. John Lewis was the striking one because it ticked all the boxes in a positive way. Very strong branding, very consistent strategy, and not so many promotions on the homepage. But yes, they did some promotions in a very good way, and only where it was appropriate. As you can see, the competitive map, I divided them by hard to buy websites and easy to buy, also off-the-shelf designs or original designs, so something unique. And as you can see, made.com is on the far right, so very easy to buy and unique designs. Pinterest and Google Maps, you cannot always buy from them, whereas Wayfair and John Lewis are more of the traditional safe designs. They're not pushing the boundaries too much, but it's easy purchase either online or also on the physical store with John Lewis and Made.com. So the frustration with Google Maps was that, because my idea was to have something at some point, my idea was to have listings of showrooms, and I said, okay, but how am I different than Google? Well, Google doesn't show too many showrooms, as I explained. It's very random, it's very sporadic, and you need to zoom in and navigate through the website quite specifically, quite heavily, in order to find what you're looking for. And there are no categories like kitchens or bathrooms, always in one big bucket, and you need to find your ways, and not always you get lucky. So it's very, very basic at the moment. So my idea was to design an app which I named Discover Furniture Showrooms around town, and basically my goal was to help buyers find the retailers based on their preferred style and price range. At some point I was debating whether to sell furniture online, but it's a very expensive feature to add, attribute to have on the website. So I decided to focus specifically on listing all the furniture showrooms in London, starting with London, because I'm quite familiar with the brands, and just helping the user go through all these showrooms that matches their matches their style and price ranges, and learn about all the showrooms that offer their style and price range, even the ones that are not in their neighborhood, the ones that they have never heard of. And use a flow map. again, just asking a few questions to drive them, and at the end you get a map where you can plan your journey, or you can save your favorite stores. Some of the user flows refinements, and then revised problem statement, which actually removed the abundant choice as a negative feature and made it as a positive. It's actually good to have abundant choice, and good to have all the listings, as long as you can filter through, sort it, and get the things that you need. So variety, deals, quality, time, and trust. Picky users need a way to browse through many items because they want to make sure they have made the right choice. Deal hunters users need a way to see all discounts or sales because they will never pay full price even for high-end furniture. Younger users understand the benefit of owning high quality furniture, need to understand the benefit of owning high quality furniture, because they are unaware of the value of owning long-lasting, well-made furniture. Users who are renting need a way to quickly filter by price because they don't want to waste time on picking furniture. Experienced users need a way to see star ratings of all brands because they only shop from brands they trust. There's the cart sorting, which helped really simplify the app and remove features and show only the bare necessity, and actually gave me two ways of approaching the user through the app, so the user can choose. Paper prototypes was quite useful because there was a lot of missing information that was added later on. And on the desired features, to be able to buy through the app, which lies on the top right corner, which is important but very expensive feature, was actually left behind, as I explained earlier, and instead we focused on browsing and supplying information about all the furniture showrooms that you can visit and find furniture that matches your requirements. So the problem was redefined: too much information online and too many options to choose from. Where are the showrooms? Furniture is a big purchase. I want to be 100% sure when I spend my money. When I look online, there's too much info and I feel lost. I need a furniture shopping assistant to help me choose style and direct me to the right showrooms. So the solution that we came up with, I came up with, was: tell me what you like, and I will show you where to find more of the similar style. I want to tell someone my style, budget, and have them show me which showrooms I should go to. So visiting store 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 based on my requirements. And the proposal was a platform which helps furniture buyers discover showrooms which carry furniture in their preferred style and within their price range. That's prototype 1, and there were quite a few changes and simplifications, and we got into prototype 2, which was much more functional. So some of the changes: I split screens. My home page was quite packed. I wanted to provide a lot of information, but the user was lost of what to do. There was a 6-second video of how the app works, and there's the two choices: search by brand and location, or use our proven 5-step process. So I split the screens into two, making them much more manageable. So if you want to learn about the app in 6 seconds, you can watch the video, you can skip, and then you can choose one of the two ways to find showrooms around town. Also, sofa sets. Actually, all the furniture items were in one page. I thought it would be easier, but then people wanted to start from a generic category and then tailor it down. So starting from sofas, then you go into armchairs, and then you go into images, and you can pick the ones that you like, and this defines your style and price range. Actually, here's the price range. So the price range slider, it was very, very tiny and small, and I made it much more easy and accessible and more in the common language of the Apple iPhones. And this is where you can see the prototype 1, prototype 2, and also as a result I did another app, which was suppliers directory app, something that I've been very keen on since I started this project, as I thought it would be very helpful to the users.